Money Moves with Myth 2.0, the podcast. And always remember, gentlemen, it's a motherfucking movie. So today we got an older black man giving advice on why he thinks that the job market is cooked. And now we're gonna give our own personal perspectives on this video, and see what type of advice, it's supposed to be people supposed to give wise advice the older they get, but we're gonna see what happens in this video. Hopefully everything goes good. We're gonna give our own personal perspective, but then we're gonna keep it moving. So guys, make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and let's hop straight into the content.
That might be my thumbnail. We'll see. What up, what up? It's HOG. Back with another topic, back with another video. So the title of this video is going to be, the job market is cooked. So admin notes. Thanks again to all the subscribers that subscribe to my channel. I endeavor to keep pushing the videos out, to give you leverage to better yourselves. Also, if you want a channel review, please email me at acehog757@gmail.com. My email address is in the description below. So let's get into it. So the job market is cooked. So as of right now, this recording, it is May of 2025, and the job market is really crazy right now. I might leave my yard, y'all. So yeah, the job market is crazy right now, man. It really is. And I am seeing this in real time because I was furloughed about 2 months ago, and I have not worked a job since. And I've submitted, good Lord, at least about a little bit over 200 applications.
So guys, what do you guys think, guys? Do you think the job market is actually cooked, or do you think that people's expectations for what the job is paying them, a lot of people is expecting to get rich overnight working a job. That's my personal opinion. A lot of people expect to get rich, like, oh, jobs are not meant to make you rich. It's just to keep you floating on by, where you can buy you a cup of Starbucks, probably pay a couple bills, but it's still up to you to become financially successful, you know. And just to add to the 200 applications, which I don't believe you put in 200 applications. You don't need to put in 200 applications. There is plenty of jobs. But the issue is people get content and they get comfortable with the career that they're doing. Talk about ain't no jobs, and they don't want to do nothing else but what they've been doing. And 9 times out of 10, that's the reason why he put in so many applications and ain't got a job yet, because he's steady trying to do the same thing. But let's keep it moving.
And that's no exaggeration at all. I'm talking about through LinkedIn, through Indeed, which have scammers right now. So watch out for that. Glassdoor. I've gone to actual individual websites and actually applied through their platform. Government contracting jobs, you name it, I have applied for it, and I'm not getting nothing. I'm getting nothing but rejection letters. Some folks will ghost me. They won't even, say anything back after I done talked to them over the phone or did some type of Zoom call with them. I actually had a job in Richmond, Virginia, and well, it was a potential job, and I talked to the recruiter twice on Zoom, and I was supposed to have a second interview. Radio silence. Nobody said anything to me. I didn't get an email, a phone call, a text, nothing. I haven't heard anything back from them. And from this point right now, I'm like, man, I'm not going to just sit here. I'm not going to, hound you down for a job, man. I'm about to say something.
Like, I just want to put this out here. I haven't had any issues working a job, period. No issues getting a job, no issues working a job. I think because, like, I mean, the field I work in, which is traffic, is highly, sought after. But even if I went, because when I first got to where I'm at, I worked in other jobs as well, and I still never had an issue. I honestly think that a lot of these dudes be embarrassed to go backwards and make less money than they made in the past. Because you can't tell me McDonald's not hiring. You can't tell me Walmart not hiring. These are jobs that I wouldn't work personally, but I'm just saying, if you really needed the money, I don't care what a lot of these dudes be saying, the job market cooked and all this. If you really needed the money, you would go to a temp service and sign up, go there every morning, pray you get a job. And then while you're doing that, on the days you don't get a job, you go and apply for jobs. So now you got a little money coming in and you're trying to find a better job. A lot of these dudes want to be sassy. The only thing they want to do is just sit back and, you know, get these good high paying jobs. But in reality, you know, 9 times 10, it's not gonna happen. I've been working the same career, for the past 5 years. But this is crazy, bro. Let's keep it moving.
I'm crazy, but I'm telling you, I'm not hounding anybody for a damn job, yo. I'm just not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm professional as I can be when it comes to anything when it comes to life, especially when it comes to, trying to find a job, just employment as a whole, right? But if you ghost me, I'm not going to sit here and try to like hound you down because I want that job. Like, if you ghost me, then yeah, I'm trying to stay within the guidelines of YouTube, y'all. I want to say something, but maybe I'll make a Patreon and I'll say what I want to say up there, right? But it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? But here's one of the main reasons why I think the job market is cooked. And it's been cooked for a long time here. So
when has the job market never been cooked? Like, come on, like we act like working a job is a luxury, which it kind of is, but it's not. Like jobs have always been like a responsibility and discipline. It's not something that's going to make you rich. Now, career on the other hand, you're a specialist, you got a doctorate degree or something like that, then that's a whole different story. You know what I'm saying? But just working a job, that's what it is. Just above getting by. You know, you trying to live. A job is a job, and I think by the time you get to this dude's age, as a man, you should have it figured out. The only way you don't have it figured out is if you've been playing. You know, you should have a company started, some type of residual income coming in. But now we get a lot of these older people who only depended on their jobs, and now they're suffering because they only depended on their jobs. They got their checks, spent it, splurged, didn't put nothing up for the future. Didn't invest into no type of businesses so they can make residual income, and then they come on the internet complaining. This is absolutely insane. But let's keep it moving.
I saw a reel a while back, and I forget the guy that did the reel, but he said some things up there that really made me think. And I actually had this in my mind for a while, but when he said it on the reel, I was like, yo, he's really telling the truth. Bottom line, he said that if you are a person that only has a house.
Guys, don't listen to this dude. I don't know if this is neighborhood or whatever, but let me tell you, it seems like that he has worked enough to have his life in order. Where if that is his crib, he got a big house and stuff like that. Well, he's straight. But most of us, we got to go to work, because if we don't go to work, we're gonna end up homeless, bro. But let's keep it moving.
High school diploma, and you have no skill set outside of that that you can monetize, you are done from now, which is 2025, until 2030. So he said within a 5-year span, if you don't gain a skill set that you can use, that you can monetize and make money off of, and he wasn't talking about like applying for a conventional job and just working for a 9 to 5. He's talking about a skill set that you can actually make money off of, right? Whether it be you're a plumber, you're an electrician, you know, something that you can actually use you can be a 1099 person, if anybody knows what that means, right? And you can actually go out there and actually work for yourself. If you don't have a
He should have been on this. OG should have been on this, and this is exactly what I'll be saying, guys. A lot of guys don't get it until, they hear it for somebody else. Then time's running out. We ain't getting no younger, man. But I'm tired of people talking about the job market. Job market been a job market since forever. I've been hearing people complain about. I used to complain about going to church chicken, putting the chicken in the grease. I used to complain about that. But guys, I'm not gonna react to this whole video. I'm tired of the complaining about the jobs, you know, and stuff like that. Because there's plenty of jobs in America. It's just depends on how much money you willing to accept and what you willing to do for it. So guys, I'm gonna holler at you guys on the next video. Over and out.